Hello friends, it is Wednesday morning squat session, and this is the first squat session of the block 3. Yeah, block 3 is gonna be heavy singles, so I'm hoping to break my squat PR on week 4, maybe even week 3, we'll see. I'm feeling much better than on Monday. The spring clock switch, like I'm still getting used to it, but my sleep has been better at least. I think this night I only slept 7 hours, but yesterday I got 8 at least, so I'm feeling much better. Now in terms of this block, oh yeah, wait, let's start with my weight update. So for those of you who don't know, I've been trying to lose weight, and I started mid-January or something, exactly when this program started. And back then I was at around 160 kg, and this morning I clocked in at 148.1. which is a new low this year. It's only 300 grams less than last week, but it's only Wednesday, so I'm hoping to hit 147 point something by the end of the week. So yeah, this year alone I lost around 12 kilos in, so today is like 2nd of April. How many weeks is that? It's like 10 to 12 weeks, I don't really know. Oh, I actually should know, because this program, I started dieting exactly when I started this program, and this is the 11th week of this program. So technically I lost 12 kilos in 10 and a half weeks, which is a very good rate of weight loss, I would say. It is a bit more than 1 kilo per week, but you need to keep in mind that when you start, like most of the stuff you lose is water, and that one goes faster than the actual fat. So I would say it's around 1 kilo per week. And so far, my diet, it's been really easy to stick to, because for those of you who don't know, I really like to cook. So when I diet, I don't do just, you know, boring stuff. I try to make delicious food that tastes good, but it's also healthy. It is a big calorie deficit, but I don't mind it as much until that week 3 and week 4 kicks in, when the weights get super heavy. And yeah, then it's a bit hard. But the way I saw that in my last block was just by cheating way more on those weeks, and it does slow down the weight loss, but it keeps me sane at least. So yeah, we'll see what happens this block. All right, and this block, like I said, heavy singles. There are some slight differences to how the previous block went for the primary squat. I'm gonna start with the main movement of the day, the squat. And the way this block is gonna look like, I'm gonna have a top set single. So over the span of the next 4 weeks, that's gonna be progressed from RPE6, which is today, up until RPE9 on the week 4. In terms of goal setting, when I started this program, my best 1 rep max squat was 200 kg, but the last block, I've beaten that when I doubled 210 kg. So technically my 1 rep max today is 210, even though I doubled it, right? That is what I'm hoping to beat. And I've been thinking, like a good goal for me would be to reach 220 single on week 4. I think that's what would make me happy. If I feel stronger, I go above that. If I feel weaker, I go below. Like I said many times, RP-based training, you adjust every week. What I'm not sure about is where should I start today in order to get to the 220 on week 4. And the number I had in my mind was maybe 190. I'm not sure. Something I've been reading about last night when it also comes to RP-based training. You know, the difference between RP6 and RP7 is not the same as the difference between RP8 and RP9. Like on the RP scale, it's 1 RP difference, right? But in real life, it is actually a bit different. So on the lower RPs, the difference is smaller, which means, let's say I start my RP6 at 190, my RP7 might be 195. It's a 5 kilo difference. But the difference between RP7 and RP8, or RP8 and RP9, it could be more than 5 kg, even though on the RP scale it's exactly the same. Because the heavier the weights get, the bigger the weight difference can be. And that's something I learned last night, because so far I interpreted it as they're almost equal, right? And when I did my goal setting in previous blocks, I would try to make my jumps exactly the same every week. So for example, previous block, I started at 180 and I did 7.5 kg jumps. Or I planned to do 7.5 kg jumps up until my last week where I did 15 kg jump. And I think that was actually a very good call now when I reflect on it. I'm not sure what to start with today. I'm gonna keep my 190 kg in back of my head, do my warm-ups, and then, you know, depending on how it goes, I might adjust it a bit. It's gonna be a lot of work today, and I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna explain more about the differences on each exercise as I go, because I really need to get going. This session is gonna be very, very long and very, very hard. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm done with my warm-up routine. I'm gonna start warming up on the actual squat now. I brought all the weights, which is also part of my warm-up. Yeah, let's see how I feel. Like you never really know what you're capable of on the squat until you reach that 4th or 5th warm-up. That's when I can evaluate how I feel. Squat is so hard to estimate otherwise. You need to actually do some heavy weights to see how your body feels. So let's go. So far, everything feels good. What do I do for my last warm-up though? I think I do 170. Alright guys, I loaded 190 kg for today top single. It's gonna be RPE6, and yeah, it's week 1 of the block 3, which is gonna be my peaking block. So I'm hoping to build up to 220 kg single on week 4. I mean, that number might change as I go. It might go up, it might go down, depending on how I feel. But that's my initial goal. So it's gonna be 190 today. Let's see how it goes. That felt pretty good. It did feel like an RPE6, so that's a good start. 190 on week 1. Week 2, we'll see. As I've said, I've been struggling with the bracing issues on my squat, but I don't really feel it on the singles. I really think it's connected to my cardio and my conditioning. You know, when your body needs air, it's very hard to hold the brace as well. And this one felt pretty solid. I'm gonna continue doing that 90-90 breathing exercise. I think I have it today as well, end of the workout. And I'm gonna try not to skip abs this block, which we'll see how it goes on my week 3 and week 4. My workouts get so long then that I just can't. I don't have the time to do abs, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, moving on. Another change this block when it comes to squat. So before I had 3 ascending sets and 1 back off set. But in this block, it's gonna be 2 ascending sets and 2 back off sets. 10% weight reduction. So it's gonna be 1 less ascending set and 1 more back off. I think it's just to make it a bit easier, but still get the volume. And yeah, today I have RPE4, RPE5 ascending sets. It's gonna be triples. So I think it's gonna be 167.5 for the first set. So first ascending set, 167.5 kg for triple. This should be pretty easy, but you never know. And I'm gonna test to see like how does my bracing feel now on that 2nd and 3rd rep. Like, can I hold it still rock solid, or you know, if it's gonna give up. But yeah, I'm gonna rest a bit first. So 167.5 kg for an easy triple, RP4. Also from the side angle, I wanna see how that depth looks. Let's go, easy weight. That feels good. I have one more ascending set. Next one I'm just gonna increase by 5 kg. All right, second ascending set, it's gonna be 172.5 kg RPE5, also easy weight. And then I do the 2 backups. Let's go. That wasn't that hard, but my bracing is becoming a bit of an issue. On the third rep, I was barely holding it. But yeah, gotta put in the work and over time I'll get better. I have 2 more sets, also triples. I'm just gonna reduce the weight by 10%. So I think I'll do like 155. Let's do that. 155 on the bar for 2 more sets. I think the reason the ascending sets are getting reduced to only 2, like why the intensity is going down a bit this block, is because the heavy singles, they can be very fatiguing and they are very intense. So there's no reason for this extra intensity on the back of work, but I still want to do my volume. So yeah, let's do this. So yeah, that's it for the squat. Overall, I have nothing to complain about. It's been a long time since I had a squat session where everything went exactly how it should. So yeah, feels good. Unlike my bench press session this Monday, which was awful. Feels good to, you know, to do exactly as you intended on week 1. Gives me that extra boost for the remainder of the block 3. Next week, I think I have RP 6.5 or 7, I'm not sure. So we'll see what I load on the squat. Maybe I do like my old 1 rep max, 200. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Like one thing that I need to be mindful of is losing weight and getting stronger. They don't go exactly hand in hand. And still my primary goal for this year is to get down to like 130, 120 kg. It will be a bit contradictory to expect, you know, big numbers on my squat. Because here's the deal, when you lose weight, I think squat, and a lot of people don't know this, the bigger you are, doesn't matter if it's fat or muscle, it actually helps you on the squat. You know, even if you have a lot of fat, you get this nice cushion when you're on the bottom, you know, you can bounce back easier. The balance is better, you know, when you load weight heavier than your body, the heavier you are, the easier it's gonna feel. So losing weight definitely affects the squat in a negative way, and it also affects the bench press in a negative way. I should not be, you know, too greedy, even though if I don't set a big PR, I just need to remind myself my primary goal is to lose weight this year. And then later I can focus on building more strength. But regardless, like getting both, I'm not gonna complain. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I'll link it above here. You know, losing weight and getting stronger at the same time. It is definitely possible. And I mentioned in the video that for me it's sort of expected because I have so much muscle that's not utilized properly. And that means I have so much more potential to get stronger with the body mass or the muscle mass I already have. And if you are already like an elite lifter, you reach your, you know, you're close to your maximum strength and you want to lose weight, and it's very, very hard to get stronger and lose weight at the same time. But yeah, moving on, it's gonna be Larsen Press. I think the only difference to the previous block is that the intensity is going up a bit, so I'm not doing 7 reps, I'm doing 6 reps this time, but the structure is the same. It's 3 ascending sets and 1 back off at the end. 10% weight reduction. I'll need to consult the program for the numbers. I'm not sure what my first set is gonna be, but before I even start, I'm gonna warm up with the 60 kg, just to, you know, get my upper body ready. Let's go. All right, so the program says today I have 4 sets of Larsen Press, and the ascending sets are gonna be RPE 4, 5, 6. And the last vlog I mentioned that I feel like I've been undershooting my Larsen Press. Like I noticed on the week 4 when I did RPE 8, that looked like an RPE 6. So I'm gonna try to up the weights a bit and see how it feels. So maybe I start with the 110 kg for the RPE 4. Let's see how that moves. Like if it's too heavy, I'll just readjust next week. So 110 first set. Did I do 7 reps? I think I lost the count and I just kept going. I'm gonna check on the video. But for the next set, I'm gonna increase, I don't know, should I go 5 kg or should I go 2.5? Let's do 2.5 and see how it feels. I feel like I'm undershooting again. I should have loaded 115. Let's do the 6 reps and then if it's too easy, I go straight to 120. Tell you what, I do 117.5, and then if that's too easy next week, I know what's up. Let's go. All right guys, it's gonna be third ascending set on the Larsen Press, 6 reps, RPE 6, and the weight is 117.5 kg. It's my favorite accessory movement for my bench press because it focuses on building, you know, pure upper body strength. What do you guys do for your bench press accessory? What do you guys prefer? Close grip, Larsen, or pause bench press? Let me know. Let's go. I think 117 was a good call. That felt like RPE 6. But yeah, I have one more set, back off 10% weight reduction. So I'm thinking 107 maybe, yeah? Let's do 107. Last set guys, 107. Filming from the side, wanna see that bar path. Let's wrap this up. All right, I'm done with the Larsen Press. Next one is gonna be Romanian Deadlifts, my arch nemesis. And compared to the previous block, it looks very similar. I have 1 top set and then 2 back downs. The only difference is same as the other ones. The intensity is going up. So instead of doing 5 reps, I'm doing 4 reps this block. And let's look at the numbers. So today's top set is supposed to be RPE 6. And I have a very hard time gauging my RP on Romanian deadlifts. So I don't know. Also, I'm gonna strap up today because my grip feels very weak. Like my fingers are sore from that Monday plate pinches session. I don't want to overdo it. I just want to recover. And I know that it's not gonna get stronger by me, you know, doing straps, but we can't overdo it either. So yeah, top set, RP 6. I'm thinking I do, let's do 165. And then, you know, if that feels too easy next week, I'll do harder. So yeah, and first I'm gonna warm up with 100 just to get a stretch in my glutes and hamstrings. All right, top set, Romanian deadlifts, 165 kg for 4 reps. It's supposed to be RP 6, but I think I'm undershooting a bit. It's week 1, so I don't care. I'll readjust next week. Yeah, let's see how it moves. That was definitely too easy for RP 6. Note to myself, next block, I go up. Okay, 2 more back downs, so the weight is gonna be, let's do 150. Also 4 reps. Last set, guys. I feel like I'm cheating because this is too easy, but I'm too lazy to change it now. I change it next week. We go up. But yeah, that's it for Romanian deadlifts. I'm gonna move on to the leg press. I still have a lot of work left, so I need to speed up. Oh man. Next one, leg press, the leg destroyer. And the only difference to previous block, same as before, it's the intensity is going up. So today I'm gonna do 250 for my tops, and it's supposed to be 6 to 8 reps compared to last block where I did 9 reps. So let's see how it goes. Oh, and the back downs, I think I'm gonna do 225, 2 sets, 8 reps each. Let's go. 2 more sets, guys. Don't you just love when you destroy your legs and then the day after you go to work and you walk like you were fucked by an elephant? And everyone looks at you funny. Let's go. Oh man. Oh man. One more set and then I'm done with this bullshit. Let's fucking go. Oh man. Oh, I don't think I can walk. The worst part of this is I need to go upstairs to do my leg curls. Fuck my life. Let's go. Alright guys, I made it upstairs. So leg curls, it's gonna be 3 sets of 7 to 9 reps compared to 10 reps I was doing in my last block. So week 1, I'm gonna start with 70 kg, which is the same weight I did last block for 10 reps. And then I can progress it throughout the block. Well, let's see how it goes. Easy way. 2 more sets. Let's go. Oh man. That's heavy. Last set, guys. Let's finish this shit up. Next one is calves. Alright guys, I'm gonna do calves and dead bugs supersetted because I'm running low on time. So yeah, let's do calf first. And I forgot to mention the calves. I increased the weight to 80 kg. I'm doing 10 reps this block, so bigger intensity and lower volume. Let's go. My abs are burning. Let's go. Speed. I'm taking very short rest between the sets, guys. Like, I feel this last set, I'm gonna do like 10 reps max. Let's see. I'm gonna try to push it hard. Bring a crane, man, to get me out. That's it for the squat day, guys. I'm so fried. Unfortunately, I do not have time to do the 90-90 breathing as well. But since for that exercise I don't need any equipment, I can just do it at home. Yeah, now that I say it, I think I should actually have a regular home workout as well, next to these 4 sessions I have in the gym. You know, just for these small accessories like abs and bracing and stuff. I do have these grip strengtheners as well that I can do at home. But yeah, all in all, solid squat session. It is week 1. I did everything exactly how I planned. And to be honest, I wasn't that slow either. I've been here for around 2.5 hours and I did a lot of work. So yeah, I need to run for work and see y'all on Friday, secondary bench day.